Let's go live, everybody. Hey, special thanks to Nat20 for letting me borrow his AVS so I can stream. This is the same machine that we used to stream through my copy of Final Fantasy. That was only a couple months ago, The Third Musketeer and Rogue Effect. What game will we get? Is it good or is it shh? Let's watch. Yo, Third Musketeer, hello subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. We're about to play a whole lot of old NES games on this machine, which is called the AVS. I don't know what that stands for, but it is an awesome little machine. Whoops, that's my cat. It's an awesome little machine that I can stream like actual NES cartridges in. And as you can see, there is an option to mess around with it. Like you can enter Game Genie codes on this thing. But it's very true to the original NES, and so a lot of the games that I'm going to show you look and sound pretty much exactly like they did on an NES. And I want to test a lot of my old NES games, like for example Battletoads and even maybe Ninja Gaiden 2, which I realize a lot of these are going to be on the Nintendo Switch, like the NSO service. But for one, I don't trust that the Nintendo Switch will have zero input delay, Nicholas D. And for two, their version of Punch-Out doesn't have the champ, Mike Tyson. Oh my god, I just tested that this would work, and now it's not working. Kinda ruined it for me. Tail Straw, what's going on? Tattlebones. There will be a lot of me blowing into a cartridge, so get used to that. But I wanted to make sure that my copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out works. And we're getting close. We're getting somewhere here. It looks a little rainy on the stream. Jill of Trades. Rogue Effect. The blowing stream. Blowing, you say, Nicholas D? Yeah, you bet. Who remembers having to do that over and over on their old NES? I swear I just got this game working Aces and Dendon and Avis and T-Moss and Sirefly and Gouda Guy. Weird that, like, it was flawless a second ago. Then I didn't touch it. Started the stream. And then just like, reset the machine. Tried it on again. Lando eats food. Iron Mike, more like ironed out his face. Yeah, so maybe it looks like... My uncle taught me to use a Q-tip with rubbing alcohol. Yeah, no, I've done that a couple times, Tail Straw. But it looks like I might actually have to play Punch-Out on the NSO and not on this machine if it gives me this much trouble every time. Stop blowing it, Karma. Jill of Trades, why? No, I don't want to do the alcohol thing because then you'd have to let it sit for like 15 minutes. Or maybe not, I don't know. But I actually don't have any rubbing alcohol. So let's give this one a try a couple more times. It makes it worse, supposedly. Yeah, no, I don't Jill of Trades. Like, I get that people say that. But, like, look, this thing is already older than me as it is. So it's not going to get any better, you know what I mean? You could play another game while waiting. That's true, Sirefly. It did the bell. It rung the bell, and then that was it. P-H-I-K-I-I. How do I pronounce your name? Welcome. All right, let's try this a couple more times. TKO, yeah. That stands for Tiny Cat Online. Rogue Effect. All right. Hey, wait. I was about to say we got somewhere, and then it restarted without me. If you keep on blowing, you're risking getting more dust in it. Den and Tucker, been doing this for 35 years. This looks fine, though. Okay, eventually we got it to work. Let's see if we can maybe do one fight against Glass Joe. Oh, shake it a little. Rogue Effect, what, for free? Give it a few more tricep presses. Yeah, Team Awesome, I'm glad you said that. Like it says in the chat, everybody. If we get... Oh my gosh, I typoed it. If we get any donations, we're doing tricep presses. And we're doing double reps today. Let me pin that message in the chat. There we go. I don't think I got the knockdown there. Or I don't think I got the knockout there. Yeah, he got up on 1, so I was a little slow. But yeah, this is Glass Joe. He is made of glass. And, like, the strategy against this guy is just punch away, honestly. So you can get a guaranteed KO if you hit, like, a certain... I think it's a 4-frame window. As he backs up. And then he's like... And then he jumps... Then he walks forward. You hit him in the stomach. If you get it, like, right at the perfect timing, it'll be a guaranteed 10-second knockout. I got punched. But not punched out. Glass bones, paper skin. Got him, baby. Alright, so my copy of Punch-Out is unreliable, but it does work. Do you know the buffer? Firefly, I'm trying to get buffer. Yeah, like it says in the chat, if I get any donations, we're gonna do tricep presses. But no, Firefly, what are you talking about? This guy's 42. He's actually older than me. Little Mac is 17, by the way. This guy is 42 and he weighs 144 something. Oh, and the game reset. Okay, maybe I can't use this copy of Punch-Out. That's crazy because, like, my copy of Final Fantasy is so beat up. But it still worked with 0 problems. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Let's put this in the don't work pile. I think I got this copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from Funko Land in, like, I would guess 1997. Either connector or battery. Can't be the ROM. Jill of Trades? That game doesn't have a battery, though. Does it? Anyway, let's try Rad Racer II. It's got a sticker on it for no reason. If this copy doesn't work, I actually have another copy of this game. It's rad. It's a racer. It's 2. Man, this is a Squaresoft game. Isn't that crazy? Okay, this one worked first try. I think I had Rad Racer. Yeah, Avis, I played all the way through Rad Racer, the first game, on some other NES clone that was pretty good. But for some reason, there are so many NES clones that cannot play Rad Racer 2. So yeah, this is a game by Square. Isn't that crazy? And the music, you have 3 selections for the music. There's Gumball Crash, which sounds insane. There's Coast to Coast, which is kind of chill. And then there is Sing Yourself, which can be anything you want. Let's go with Coast to Coast, because I want to tell you about a crazy recurring dream that I've had. So since I was, I think, in 7th grade, I've had this dream where I'm walking on a beach and I can see a chapel in the distance and I can hear a song playing in the distance coming from this chapel. It's organ music. And the song is something like and it's always that exact same song. And I never knew where that came from or if I made it up in my head. But when I get to the chapel, I see that King Friday from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is playing the organ. And he challenges me to a game of mini golf and says if I win, I can wake up. But I recently realized, did you hear that? That the song from my recurring dream is actually from this game. And I found that out when Sean R. was visiting and we were playing a bunch of old NES games on this AVS. So that part in the song, I was like, well, that's the song that I couldn't place for like 20-something years. Tequila, yeah, that's the song, Avis P. Randomizer Pepsi Man, what's going on? Gouda Guy, so the story is, though, the first time I played King Friday in mini golf, I beat him by like 100 strokes. But ever since then, every time I play him, I beat him by a little bit less. Like, he's getting better at it, and I'm not. So I feel like, Larry Smith and Jill of Trades, the day or night that I finally die in my sleep, that's the time that I finally lost to King Friday in mini golf. I should have maybe raced better. We just barely didn't make it to the first checkpoint there. A second checkpoint, I should say. Does the chapel have a spider in the basement? One that is bigger than a bread box? I don't know, Nicholas D. Your subconscious is your other self. It'll like different music than you. Possibly, but it also apparently remembers different music than me. Hey, let's try this again. I gotta at least beat the first level. So this is Rad Racer 2. If you start the game by holding down and B, you can charge up your power. Then when your power meter is full, you hit the A button. And it will, well, I accidentally tapped the brake afterward, but it fully accelerates you to 255 miles per hour. Which is insane to think about. Like, how fast do the F-Zero machines go? So 1 mile per hour is like 1.6 kilometers per hour, is that right? So what would this be in kilometers per hour? 250 times 1.6 would be like 380. Just doing math in my head. No, it would be 320 plus roughly, yes, 16 miles. Okay, good enough. And by the way, if you crash into something in this game, it's like your car like flops over. It doesn't take any sort of structural damage. But man, you lose a lot of speed for it. And I think... So basically, the B button is brake, A is accelerate. If you're holding up while you accelerate faster. And I remember playing Rad Racer 1. Like, we streamed that game for a while. We did a bunch of attempts. This was years ago when I lived in my previous apartment. That game took me a long time to beat. But like, after I was done with it, my thumbs were killing me. Okay, there we pretty easily made the checkpoint. This game, if I hit select, okay, nothing happens. I can hit start to pause, and everything disappears, Joe G. See ya. But in the previous game, if you hit select, it tries to do some sort of 3D mode, which, like, was an effect that just, like, I don't know if that worked at all. Even if you had the proper 3D glasses for it, did it even work? Yo, that guy did not use his signal to switch lanes. That guy might have, but he was, like, blinking in a way that... I guess his whole car was blinking, so he didn't need to use the blinker. 255 mph is 410 kmh. KMH, oh my gosh. Anyway, now let's hear the gumball crash. This game's fun. I should stream all the way through this. Sometime, not tonight. Hey, KarmaJolt, Rad Racer 2. That's my next production for the NES Switch Online for Nintendo Switch. Is this on the NSO? I want a hippopotamus for Christmas, says Lexi Wolf. But I don't think Santa Claus... I don't think Santa Claus will mind, do you? Yeah, Lexi Wolf, the problem is getting him in the bag and down the chimney. Hey, welcome everybody, by the way. We're playing random NES games. How are you? Alright, let's go to the Big Apple. That's New York City, by the way. Is known as the Big Apple. That's for some reason, that's the nickname of New York City, is the Big Apple. Does it have apples? It does. Is it known for its apples? No. It's big, though. It's big. It's Apple. What more could you want? Oh, I hit a car. Yeah, that guy's probably pissed. Oh my gosh. I got pinballed between multiple vehicles. Yeah, this song is better. This one should be in my recurring dreams. Yo, that guy. Oh, he is being such a troll here. He really didn't like me. Okay, I still easily made the checkpoint. Yo, Nicholas D with the cool 20 Swedish krona. I roll a D6 for the next random game. I got a 4. Alright, I'll pick the 4th one from the bottom on my stack. How about that? Yeah, so you can hit the cars and it will slow you down and kind of stun you and knock you to the side. But if you hit any of the obstacles on the side of the track, you go flying. And I do want to say, like, if you lose, it's technically game over, but then if you just hold, like, the A button when you hit start, you can begin from where you left off. You can continue. I can only count till 4. Rogue effect? My thumbs are already getting tired from playing this game and counting to 4. I do like the European style of counting, where I start on my thumb. That's and then my index finger is duh. Yeah, Gumball Crash, that's what you want to play when you're driving through New York. I think this is the Sawmill Parkway, everybody. Anybody familiar with that? The reason I know that is because every time I've ever driven on the Sawmill to or through New York, there's always, like, one a-hole doing, like, 200 miles an hour. And now I am that a-hole. But yeah, you can see, like, the little HUD on the bottom shows you, like, the turns coming up. Kind of like a GPS map would. Actually, we did pretty poorly there and still won the race. Wait, doesn't everyone start counting with their thumb? No, so... In America, if you're counting on your hands, usually you start with index finger as 1. And I've heard that it's more of a European thing, Nicholas D, to start with 1 on your thumb. That's what my French teacher told me in high school. But hey, everyone put the D in the chat for Nicholas D. I'm going to add 4 to the to-go counter. There's another Gumball Rally that goes across Russia. Goes across Russia. Wait, Avis, what is a Gumball Rally? Yeah, Dendon, I don't know why they did that 3D thing. I could possibly show it to you, actually, but I didn't bring Rad Racer 1 with me. Alright. I think let's rolled a 4, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom here. Nicholas D, you're gonna think this one is okay. I don't know why I brought this game out to play. But let's put Rad Racer 2 away for now. I'll come back to it. Waste Catch, what's going on? This one goes in the works just fine pile. Let me blow my nose a little bit. I also use my thumb to count to 1 as well as 2. Good guy? Yeah, whenever I need to count to 1, I usually start with my thumb. Because I was like, oh, if the Europeans do it, then that's good enough for me. Alright, random game, please work. Well, attempt number 1 didn't work. GG's, Rad Racer. It's got voices. Let's go! Everyone put a wheel in the chat. Wheel in the chat keeps on turning. Nick DeFrenchie, I did blow in the cartridge. Yo, Vanna White is in this game? Holy cow! There's a celebrity sponsor in this version of Wheel of Fortune. How many players? Just me. Play against computers? Sure. Let's make a wheel. Let's do easy mode. Throws away my stupid dice. Oh, I get to enter a name. Dice. Whoa! Look at the characters I get to choose from here. Let's do the one that looks the most like Nicholas D. None of them do. But this guy looks like he belongs in Garfield and Rock. Is Pat Sajak in this game? I actually don't know. It's a thing. It's 4 letters, everybody. Man, Vanna looks amazing in this game. If you want a different puzzle, press select now. I will. Okay, let's go with a phrase here. Alright, we're spinning. Oh my god, that clap is so obnoxious. They look like Maniac Mansion characters. N-Rock? Yeah, I can see why you say that. I got like probably the lowest roll. Okay, everyone put a letter in the chat. You got 12 seconds. Haven't seen this in years, says Steven. I don't know if I've seen this since I was last at my grandfather's house. We got an S in the chat. There's one S. E, says Nicholas D. Come on, dude. Oh, people are picking vowels. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you don't know how Wheel of Fortune works. You cannot pick a vowel unless you're buying a vowel. You specifically have to use an action to do that. Okay, what else do we got? D, says Dendon Tucker. No D's. So this is a phrase. It's probably a phrase that like no one has ever used in their life in an actual sentence or in an actual conversation. I'm too European to understand. I say that about you all the time, Nicholas D. Calvin Neff, what's going on? What did Leslie pick? H, says T-Moss. All right, I like an H, but it's Sarah's turn. T. Does anyone know the phrase yet? Nariku's Demon, what's going on? I knew there's gonna be 2. Yeah, I knew. Okay, I knew that letter was an H. I did not know the next one was gonna be an H. What could it be? In 7th heaven. Or would it be on 7th heaven? I'm stupid. Yeah, Sarah is running away with it. It's in. She's gonna solve here. In outer heaven. And Rock, I'm glad you said that, actually. Because I could have sworn one of the games that I brought... Oh, it's... Yeah. Is the NES version of Metal Gear. And I'm pretty sure my copy of this works. I didn't get any money? I'm not quite sure how that works. Title? Like a title of a book? That game looks solid. Quick Guns? No letter L's. Well, she took that L. I guess Sarah goes next. Damn, okay. Everyone's being like real nice to me about playing this game. Okay, jeez. Well, I guess we'll switch the game. Anyway, that one works. Way Sketch, what's going on? Let's try Metal Gear next. Now, if I remembered my own video, I might know some passwords to this game. Come on. People just don't appreciate Wheel of Fortune. Here we go. If I remember correctly, this title screen gives you literally a second and a half to start the game, or enter a password, or choose password. Metal Gear. Let's play it for like 10 minutes and see how far we get. Have fun. Have fun in the jungle, everyone. Oh my god, I've been gone for like 2 minutes and my mom is calling me already. Honey, this is Big Boss. Operation Intrude N313. You are to infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven, then destroy their final weapon, Metal Gear. I'm trying to do like a Colonel Campbell voice, even though I know that's not the same character. First, attempt to contact missing our Gray Fox. I really miss that guy. Can you have him call me? Then try to find the Metal Gear. Use frequency 12085 for all communication with me. Over. Silvertongue Saint? Welcome. Did they drop him a little further away, or was that him being scared to jump? So he is separated. Silvertongue Saint, like, he forgot his cigarettes, I think, was what it was. Fun fact, it's not actually Big Boss on the radio. It's Venom Snake. Yeah, whatever, Nicholas D. Nah, it's Big Boss. Yeah, no, apparently they changed that canon in Metal Gear Solid 5 or something. Okay, see ya. Bonne nuit. Hey, Nick DeFrenchie? Je t'adore. I know, right? Me and you are the only ones who care about Wheel of Fortune, KarmaJolt. Dendon? You want to fight, bro? Nicholas D, I just finished Punch-Out. Not finished it. Metal Gear. Timothy C? You bet. I didn't realize you could pause while in basically what is a different pause screen. I love that walking animation. And the way he kind of like does this with his shoulders when he runs up and down. Venom Snake is the protagonist of MGS5 Phantom Pain. Ricardo Moreno, I love the Metal Gear Solid games. Did not pay attention to 4 or 5. Ever play G.I. Joe? That's fun. Calvin F, no, I don't have that one. I feel asleep. That's what Nick DeFrenchie is like right now, Alex B. Wheel of Fortune greater than Metal Gear. Yeah, so this game is full of typos that are amazing. But basically, like this first screen, I'm gonna refresh the screen here. I'm getting sleepy. You can see that he's got Z's above his head. Because he feel asleep. And those dogs will always be alerted to your presence, I'm fairly sure. I might have wanted to go down the right side. Yeah. Metal Gear of Fortune, yeah. Oh, you can just punch the dog to stun it. Yeah, you pet it, and it falls asleep, is what that is. This music is so iconic. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I think if an enemy is looking right at your face, they won't see you. But if they see your legs, that's what triggers the alert. Darth Nerd. Bunch of trial and error. Yeah, kind of like getting any of these games to work. Hey, welcome everybody, by the way. I have binoculars. Not as good as gay-noculars. This guy will always see you coming out of that truck. So you might not want to get the binoculars, actually. And what's kind of stupid about this game is that the binoculars will actually refresh the current screen that you're on. So if I go to my equipment menu here, and I use the binoculars, I can see one screen in any cardinal direction, right? So I just looked up, then I let go of the D-pad, so now it's back to the current screen that I'm on. Now I'm gonna look down to see what's ahead of me there. And this is, yet again, the current screen that I'm on. I just eliminated those enemies. But if I hit the select button to go out of the binoculars menu, oh yeah, those enemies that I killed, yeah, no, I respawned them because I was, looking in the binoculars. I'm gonna binoc that dog out for a second. No, I feel bad about hitting the puppies. But yeah, I think I can... Yeah, never mind. I think I can get shot. This is one of those games, much like The Legend of Zelda, where you start with very minimal health, and after every time you beat a boss, or no, I think maybe every time you get a rank increase, which, like, I'm not quite sure how that happens. It has something to do with beating enemies and bosses. But your health will increase after you beat bosses and get your rank up. And after that, it gets a little bit easier. So the beginning of the game is kind of the hardest part. I'm getting those binoculars. Oh, I have them already. Well, I'm gonna get shot. I didn't get shot. I dodged the bullet, everybody. I guess in this version of the game, you can't knock on the wall to... I don't know how that guy didn't see me. I guess he didn't see my legs, so that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, in this version of the game, you can't, like, knock on the wall to make a sound and have it alert the guards. Ah. Did he see me? He turned around. That's okay. Rank S50 in Metal Gear 99? Yeah, you bet. Oh, I got shot. Alright, I'm messing around a little bit. This is also one of those games that has a predictable password system, so you can make your own passwords with a little know-how. Like starting the game with a shotgun. Yeah, Nicholas D, I did hear about that at some point. Okay. Those dogs actually aren't as fast as I thought they would be. They aren't as fast as dogs. This game is lame. Can you go back to Wheel of Fortune? Oh, use the Justin Bailey pass. Should I have, brought Metroid with me? Oops. Kept you waiting, huh? Bill Mozart. What's a Russian gunship doing here? He happened to turn around. Can I get into this truck? I can. Oh, I got a key card. I accidentally closed the dialogue by, like, holding the directional button. Uh-oh, the truck have started to move. Is Metroid good? I only hear about Super. Firefly, like, for an NES game, yeah, like, I like it. It's fun. Can we get some E.T.? Gouda Guy, I have that game for Atari, but I don't have any way to play it. Uh-oh. Yeah, Nicholas D, exactly. This is the music that I remember. OG Metal Gear? Neat. Lucy D? Yeah, so apparently the definitive version of OG Metal Gear is the MSX version. And that version is actually really good. In fact, I did a video series of it like a long time ago. But when this version was ported to the NES, they changed a lot. It's very different. And one of the big things that makes this version worse than the original Metal Gear is that you don't actually ever see the Metal Gear in this version of Metal Gear. Let's say this. If Metroid was bad, would it have spawned a long-running series? Nicholas D. Replace the Metroid in that sentence with, like, Call of Duty or any of the Ghoul School games or, like, Bratz or something, you know? JJ, just pet the puppies. Don't knife them. Yeah, no, I pet them and they went to sleep. Jimbo, what's going on? Hey, Karma, playing Steel Cog? Yeah, that's it. Nicholas McMahon Watson, so apparently, Big Boss here, your mission is to infiltrate. Also, the difference between a gear and a cog is that a cog is one of the teeth on the gear. It's one of the little pointy things. That's what a cog is. And here is impossible. Save the game. Ricardo, it's a password system, though. No, I tried that argument once and you made fun of me. Metroid is good. Nicholas D, I'm sorry for making fun of you. Thanks for being a good sport. Did we? I don't remember that. Let's go up the side here. I think there's a surveillance camera? There's not. Big Boss here. Your mission is to infiltrate. Did I mention that? Sorry, I'm trying to call everyone and tell them that. Be careful not to let the enemy detect me. Not to let enemy detect you. Sorry. I was already cognizant of that fact. Rogue effect? Try not to let the enemy detect you. I'm glad they don't call their friends in the next room. So yeah, here's a thing that you can do in this game. There's like a pit that opens up here, right? I don't know if you're fast enough to just run by it, even if you hug the wall. I don't think you are. But what you're supposed to do here is as it starts to open up, you open your transceiver or go to the equipment menu. And then it will stop the hole from opening up and you can just walk by. The thing is, though, when you do that trick, what actually happens is it just visually stops opening up and it looks like you closed the hole, but if you walk over the point where the hole was, you'll still die. Isn't that neat? This facility is not intern friendly. Yeah, they're also not Solid Snake friendly. Sephiroth, cool, Metal Gear, NES. Yeah, I'm going through a lot of my NES games to see which ones work. So I'm glad to see that, I'm happy to see that this copy of Metal Gear is still working just fine. Alright, everybody. Guess what the next game is going to be. This is going to go in the working pile. Kid Icarus. says Nicholas D. That's like a decent guess. Mission Impossible NES reminds me of this. And it's hard like this. JJKK, I never played Mission Impossible. Snake's Revenge. Super Mario. Sephiroth says Snake's Revenge also. Castlevania says Firefly. Ooh, baby. Who knows the game? Who recognizes it? I am getting like a lot of messages. None of them are important. None of them are urgent, I should say. Dragon Quest III, says Blue Aramer. So close. So close. Drain Warrior 2, says Lucy D. Also close. Dragon Wario, that's it. Drain Warrior? I'd play that. It's about plumbers. Wait, that would just be Mario. I just got 2 and 3 of Dragon Warrior. Yo, MB mixes? I love the Dragon Quest games, aka Dragon Warrior. Oh my god, Schmoopy is the name of the file here. I gotta give a shout out to the late, the great Dan B. One of my friends, who I had known since elementary school, and he passed away January of 2023. Very good friend of mine, really cool guy, just like a bright, sunny personality, but also funny as hell. And at one point he gave me one of his memory cards that happened to have Final Fantasy VII data on it, a PS1 memory card. He's like, here, you can have all my video game stuff, I'm moving. And I remember playing Final Fantasy VII on it, and I went to save my game, and I was like, oh, there's already FF7 data. He named the main character Schmoopy, which I thought was the funniest thing, so I was like, okay, I have to borrow that name. Sears, what's going on? Next time we name a character, let's try to remember Schmoopy here. Rip to the legend, Dan B. Yeah, can I get a B in the chat? I still have my copies of Dragon Warrior 1 through 4. Never had the 4th one, Alex B. Ooh, Schmoopy is now strong enough. Orfeo is now strong enough. Varia is now strong enough. That's a Metroid reference. Was able to scoop them all for $100. That's a deal, I feel like. So, I want to say Dragon Warrior 2 cost me like $30. Dragon Warrior 3 goes for like 60 to 70, right? That's already $90 worth of games. Alright, let's check some items and stats. Dragon's Bane. Helmet of Erdrick. Shield of Erdrick. Sean R. got me into this series, by the way. At Funko Lands, Nicholas D. I don't remember. I think I got this one off of eBay when I was in college. Shield of Erdrick. Armor of Erdrick. Thunder Sword. I have a random steel shield on me. Let's throw it! Does it come back when I throw it? No. What does Orfeo have? Shield of Destruction, Eye of Malroth, Falcon Sword, Water Flying Cloth, Shield of Strength, Dragon's Bane, Cloak of Wind. Man, this guy's decked out. Oh, of course, I did the glitch to get 2 Water Flying Cloths. Blue Aramer. I'm here because I keep seeing your short vids, by the way. They are great. Hey, thank you so much. Do they have underwear of Erdrick? No, Nicholas D, that wasn't invented back then. Staff of Thunder. And a Gremlin's armor. Oh, rare drop! From the Metal Babbles. The Dragon's Potion. It allows you, I think, to save your game anywhere in the game. Like in the overworld, in a dungeon. Marcus Felix is lurking. Hey, thanks for being here. 2 giants. Let's have Orfeo attack. I don't think you can do the parry fight trick in this game. This is a full list of spells right here, is 1 page. I'm acting like I'm unimpressed by that, but like, I can't use magic, so I guess that's pretty impressive. Let's use chance, everybody. Neil Lancia. This is Dragon Quest II. Yeah, I'm going through and playing a lot of my NES games. Mostly just to see if they work. Let's use that Staff of Thunder here. Flash of Light! 16 damage? Dang it, I almost did 69 there. You have DuckTales? I do, Calvin Neff. I've played that game so many times for YouTube, though, so I chose to pass on it this time. It's a great game, which is why I've played it so many times. Dairy Queen is my fave. Ooh, baby. So these enemies are the freaking worst. Because you make it all the way through the game, you're like walking through the mountains to the Fungeon, aka the final dungeon. And you'll encounter like what are essentially regular random encounters here. Both of these enemies have spells that can instantly kill you. The Silver Bat Boon can actually cast Sacrifice, which kills himself and has like a 90% chance of killing each of your party members individually. A little unfair, I would say. Of course, I can one-shot them because I happen to be max level and have the best possible equipment, I think. Although, one time when I was playing this game back in like 2006 on an emulator, I had an upcoming boss named Bazuzu drop an item called the Mysterious Hat, which is an item that you can find in Dragon Quest III. I did not know it was available in this game. Some FAQs will say that they swear it exists, and others will be like, no, I've never heard of that. That's not a thing. I've never been able to find it ever again. But it did happen to me. Evil Dude cast Time to Pay Rent. The party died. The parry fight trick does work in this game? Lucy D, wait. Okay, so Orfeo just took 21 damage there. Let's see if we can get it to happen again. Well, they didn't target the right guy. I know for a fact it works in Dragon Warrior 3. Yo, 111 experience. I'm sorry, 1111. 1111, everybody. 1111 experience gained. I bet somebody lives on that little hill over there. Am I going backwards? I definitely am. I did have another guide tell me that you can find the Mysterious Hat by fighting Magic Vampiri over here. But hey, there's a Metal Babble. Let's fight it. Damn, you can one-shot it in this game, huh? That's 1111 for you European viewers. Oh my god, way sketch. Yeah, we're all at max level on this file, Sirefly. Make a wish. Ruxo Clown? I do every time. Alright, do a cool chance. Alright, a bunch of them fell asleep. Sometimes it instantly kills them all, sometimes it confuses everyone, including your own party. No, Dendon Tucker, I for sure am going backwards. I'm not going toward the Fungeon, aka the final dungeon. I looked away from the screen for too long. Levels being different seems weird to me. Yes, every character in this game has a different maximum level. Isn't that strange? So 35 is the highest for Varia. They do get set stats on their level ups, though. So this will always be the maximum for this character. In fact, anytime you play this game, she'll have the same stats at level 31, for example, or 17. So, level ups are always predetermined. That's the word I'm looking for. How many NES games do you have, KarmaJolt? Dendon Tucker, now that Sean R. has given me so many gifts, I want to say maybe this number's a little bit more, but I wrote it down somewhere on my, like, notes app on the phone. So let me open it up. Last I counted, I had 124 NES games. You have Kirby's Dream Land, super fun one. Calvin F, the NES one? Kirby's Adventure, you mean? Yeah, I got that. I looked. Mysterious Hat Drop is more likely than Pocket Aces, says JJKK. Okay, did you look it up? Where does it drop from? Because I farmed the enemy... Like, I looked up a couple guides. Some of them said the Magic Vampirus enemy drops them. I farmed that guy for months and months and months and never found one. So it might be like a version difference. Schmoopy attacked. Let's stream through this game someday. This game has a fair number of glitches and tricks you can do. Holy cow, says Quick Guns. You still streaming, lucky me. Hey, Soul Wave. We have Wario coming on GameCube, Switch 2, KarmaJolt. Yo, Den and Tucker. Which game? WarioWare? This is nice. If I scroll down, it's Mega Harv. Hey, everyone put a Canadian Maple Leaf in the chat. For sure, this would be a great watch. Yeah, and this cartridge works just fine. So there's no problem saving with it. Really wasn't that hard to get it to work. Only if you promise to bring back Ryan Leaf. Nicholas D? Possibly. The original version of Dragon Warrior 2 on NES, the only way you can acquire a mysterious hat is by receiving one as a rare drop from Magic Vampires or Bazuzu, and you can only acquire one. Okay, so I did find it fighting Bazuzu. Never found it from the Magic Vampirus. Go now, Schmoopy. Thank you, Darth Nerd. I've gotten 2 Sword of Kings, but never a mysterious hat. How rare is the drop? Does it say the chances, Darth Nerd? Let's try the parry fight trick. Oh, he double dodged. Huh, didn't know the game had built-in dupe protection. Yeah, because you can only find one mysterious hat. Proto Golem, what's going on? I am just playing a bunch of my NES games today. This is Dragon Warrior 2. In Japan, it was called Dragon Quest 2. But I loaded up my old save file. We're at the very end of the game. I could just go to the Fungeon, aka the final dungeon, and beat it if I wanted. Up tonight, just waiting out my time. You have to call 30 before you leave? Wait, Sears, what do you mean by that? Alright, let's fight these berserkers. Okay, so you have to, before you leave your poker game, you have to announce it 30 minutes in advance. I guess that sort of makes sense. Magic Vampirus? Give me the treasure chests. Hello, 41 people. Please like the video, says Gouda Guy. Hey, thank you so much. Dragon Quarrier, yes. Joe said hi. Hey, welcome. Should I try to farm the mysterious hat, everybody? I remember doing this for like hours while I did other chores. Not even too long ago. I mean, that was a couple years ago. Love that the music sounds like a train passing by tooting its horn. Nicholas D, I'm trying to hear it. 1 in 128 chance. Okay, look, I got me some Sword of Kingses before. I have to... Thank you, Dark Nerd, for the information, by the way. I have to imagine you need to kill the Magic Vampirus last if you want him to drop a treasure chest, because that's the way a lot of games work. Although I'm not 1000% on that. Oh, during the battle. Yeah, okay, Nicholas D, I kind of get what you're saying. Wario World on GameCube. Denton Tucker, I never played too many of the Wario games. Love me some WarioWare, though. Gutsy back grind time. Yeah, that's 101 and 128. That was one of the few rare items in Earthbound that I happened to get lucky, and I just found it on the way to the Foss, aka the final boss. Wario Land, it's where it's at. Proto Golem, I really never played any of those, but like, they look cool. Oh, Wario's platformers are great. Wario Land 4 is like top tier GBA. Oh, you know what? This guy, I specifically gave him a Shield of Strength to use in battle. Because when using the Shield of Strength in battle, it casts Heal More on the user. So he can just freely heal himself. He might have one in his inventory here. No. Great item. Well, Schmoopy decked that guy before I could heal myself. You really struggled getting the Sword of Kings, though. Good guy? Yeah, oh, the most recent time. It took me a long time. Other playthroughs, it literally happened on the official first try. Toot, toot, toot. Yeah, Nicholas D. More like Train Warrior. Different from Drain Warrior. Yep, always kill them last. Okay, thank you, Darth Nerd. What is your source for this, if you don't mind my asking? It's probably one that I've looked up before. But also, like, I had tried for so long to get this rare drop that, like, I'm convinced maybe there was, like, a version difference that mattered. Schmoopy attacked. Gonna rest my eyes until next game. Nicholas D. Thank you so much for the cool 20 Swedish krona. Check for hole, Nick D. Timas, what? Yes, do that. I heard if we stay long enough, he'll play Wheel of Fortune. Sirefly, if you're fortunate. Is the rare drop from Bazuzu also a 1 in 128? No escape. Boo, says Alex B. Man, they're picking on Varia. Orfeo did 69 damage, though. That's hilarious. Old school GameFAQs forum, but also just from my personal experience with the game. Oh, okay, so you got the knowledge. I got the knowledge. That's what the engineer says in Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, something like that. Gonna head to Karma's Dream and hide his mini-golf club. Nicholas D. Don't you say that, please. Two Magic Vampiri. I love that they pluralize it that way. Should probably heal Varia. She's got 55 HP. Nicholas D, don't do that, then King Friday will win. Firefly, I've talked about this so many times, too. Who here has heard that one before? Who here has heard about my weird recurring dream? Oh, I didn't realize Orfeo would one-shot those guys. Okay, so I messed up my chances here. She knows heal all? What a beast. Pazuzu has a higher drop rate, but the reloading and backtracking to him is more of a pain in the butt, IMO. Darth Nerds, but if I use the Dragon Potion, doesn't that let me save wherever I want? MB Mixes, I'm trying to farm an item that, like, I swear to God I found one time in a playthrough, and then a bunch of... But I was never able to find it again, and, like, I got conflicting information from FAQs about whether the item existed or not. But I was told that you can find it as a rare drop from the Magic Vampiri here. A mysterious hat, Michael. That's what we're looking for. When did I last have the dream, Ruxo Clown? It's probably been over a year at this point. Isn't that just a one-time use quick save? I don't know, Darth Nerd. Just picked up Gargoyle's Quest 2 a few days ago. Do you have that one? I don't, MB Mixes. But I would love to. Sleep 'em. He feel asleep. Discord, what's that? Timos, there's a link to my Discord in the video description. You gonna play Phantasy Star 4 on your channel? Proto Golem? I've never played a Phantasy Star game. I will, eventually. I don't know when, but I want to try that series. I've heard 4 is amazing. I have 2 through 4 on a Sega collection. What? Karma has a Discord? Sears? I do. I also have a tiny cat. You want to see? Oh goodness, I envy you. I envy you to experience Phantasy Star for the first time again. Interesting. Okay. I am Canadian, says MB Mixes. Yo, we got a lot of Canadians in the chat. Represent if you're Canadian. Put the Canadian flag. I think Tiny Cat might be Canadian too. No, actually, he is from Louisiana. He might be French Canadian though. Hey, thank you, Nicholas D, for posting the Discord link. I'm sorry, the Discord Zelda. Alright, everybody. Let's try one more battle against a magic Vampirus. That's awesome. I'd love to see some Phantasy Star. Yeah, for sure I'll get to that series at some point. I got so many games on my list, though, you know? Le Petit Chat, oui. Can confirm, from Louisiana with a tuxedo. Looks like that. Jill of Trades, what does /HJ mean? Hilarious joke? Behave in the chat. These encounters used to be threatening. Yes! First time you come through this cave, you, like, barely survive it, and you crawl your way to that save point where the lady heals you. Rogue effect? Tone indicator meaning half joking. Jill of Trades, we full joke on this channel. Don't you dare half joke at me. Full joke or no joke? Hand jaw, like that one instrument? Yes. Rogue effect. Hot jelly. It's what you put on your PB&J when you want a little spicy. Where's the magic vampirus? Let's hit him with the Explodette. How do you pronounce that? Or is it Explode? It will save your game anywhere, but you will restart at the last town you made a conventional save. I hoped it would save your game at the exact location. I guess I didn't realize it didn't do that. Okay, okay. So you can save your game any time, but it brings you back to the last save point you saved at. Just hit a 160 hand. I love this chat. Yo, Sears? Everyone put the hands in the chat. Alright. I want to find one more, Magic Vampirus. Just in case we get the crazy rare drop. But I gotta heal all my dudes. I gotta heal all my dudes. Whoops. Orfeo can heal. He can heal more. He's got revive. Throw them hands for chairs, yeah. Yeah, I hit the level cap, Michael. Yeah, that means you'll still have to backtrack. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, Darth Nerd. Okay, thank you for the info. Oh my gosh. Why did I do that? I meant to run. Alright, next game. Hold reset while turning the power off. Very happy to know that this game still works. I think we tried this last time. I did like a random NES games stream. And I loaded it up when Sean R. was here, and we reminisced about our old friend Dan B. Alright, prepare to be disappointed, everybody. Because I'm going to play this game for way longer than you want. That's not a good sign. Or, maybe it won't work at all. Oh, you got a physical copy. I do. And I borrowed Nat 20's AVS in order to stream these games. Way longer sounds like a Pokemon. Just blowing it, says Wahoo Luigi. But also don't. Yeah. Let's go. I don't know what's going on there. But we're about to play the weirdest game of chess. It suddenly started working. And yeah, this is a very short 8-bit version of Dave Brubeck's Take 5, I believe is the name of the song. Everybody had this on Windows 3.1. Let's go, says Sears. Alright, white to move. What are we playing? Don't say E4. Everyone plays E4. I'm a knight F3 kind of guy. Hey, really busy lately. Mostly can only drop by and say hi. Yo, Oakley, thanks for showing up. This makes me miss Wheel of Fortune. Shut the forch up, Nicholas D. What's the best chess game and why is it Battle Chess? Death Bob, I don't think I have that game. C4. Like an explosive, Misha? Is that what you wanted? All right. Weird opening. Let's go. Knight C3. We're doing it, Sirefly. Like, the default difficulty is, as you can see, this dude's doing a king move too. So I have to imagine this isn't going to be that hard. Let's see if he takes the bait. All right, let's pin that knight here. Bomb Cloud, Sirefly? Oh, I didn't actually expect him to take back here. So he can't take my knight here because it's pinned. This is... Do I trade queens, everybody? Actually, I think I'll decline that. Oh no, is it touch move? You think queen take? I actually want to get my queen out of trouble here. Let's put it on the side. Protect the queen. Okay, he did a weird thing there, which unpinned his king to the queen. Let's blow this up, I think. Wait. What do I actually want to do? Should we force him out into the middle? Let's do this, I think. I cannot castle because you are not legally allowed to castle through check. So you can castle queenside, but I would not be able to castle through this queen's line of sight. You want F3? I'm thinking attack the king. Let's try this. Oh, that check sound effect. Okay, wait. Actually, here's what we want. And then we get a queen. We get a queen for a rook. If this knight weren't here, we'd have mate in 1. Okay, now we want to pressure this bishop, probably. Well, too late now, says Sirefly. Wait, what did I miss? This bot isn't very good. Yeah, Sirefly, what's crazy about this is that, like, the beginner bots are dumb as hell. And then, like, the first, like, intermediate bot, I have never beaten it. This seems fine. It kind of sucks that I can't get my other pieces involved here. Yeah, so like if I queen e8. Oh wait, no, that gets taken. That gets took. Let's get my knight out of there, I think. Are you using the Sicilian defense? Darth Nerd? I did whatever moves... Oops, why did I do that? I did whatever moves my my audience suggested. That knight... Or that bishop is still fine. Protect horsey. Yeah, no, I did a dumb move there. Took my eyes off the board. Let's get this bish. Don't love that. Although, this is a free bish, isn't it? Lord Toasts, how are you? God, I love those sound effects. I am going to open up this bishop, I think. Oh, that wasn't a great idea. I thought I had something there. I'm going to put my king in the middle of the board, everybody. Shoot! I had a tactic. But it ain't going to work. Let's, like, start picking off these pawns, I guess. I need to get my knight out, I think. Or... if I do c5... No, I thought I had a plan, but never mind. Let's just do this. Did he just give up mate in one? Amazing. My mom got us this game because my brother... my oldest brother was actually pretty darn good at chess, and she even started like a chess club at our school. I never cared for it that much. I like the game and I appreciate it. I when I was younger, oh, level of play is newcomer 1. Newcomer. I still play it every now and then. I have the chess.com app on my phone, and I do the puzzles every day at least. Easy game. Chess is dope. I didn't expect this cartridge to work, though. Zugzwang. Actually, it's just straight up checkmate. Mate in one move. Hardly knew her. Yo, Schwartz? Let's try a different game. Put the frogs in the chat, everybody. All right, this game I bought from a friend for $4 when I was in like first grade, maybe third grade. One of my brother's friends, but his sister was in my grade. But, like, he wanted to get a Sega Genesis. And basically his mom told him, like, okay, if you sell all of your Nintendo games and your old NES, you can upgrade to a Sega. So that's what he did. I don't know if this cartridge still works, because this is one that we played the hell out of when we were younger. So if we stream Battletoads, I might have to do it on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's not looking good, everybody. I know this can work if I try it for like an hour. Are you playing on original hardware? Yeah, so the cartridges are original. But this machine that I'm using is called an AVS. I don't know what that stands for. But it's made by Retro USB. Super cool machine. that does an excellent job of playing cartridges pretty much exactly as they were intended to be played on a normal NES. A Nintendo NES system. But this cartridge... Yeah, might have croaked, Nicholas D. Alright, rip Battletoads. Man, that's unfortunate. In that case, let's put the turtles in the chat. Apparently, this is a rare cartridge. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the Nintendo NES system, and yes, I wrote my name on it when I was maybe 7. But this game, loose, like out of box, if it's working, goes for like $100. Last I checked. I don't think that's a good sign. Damn. Now this one I didn't necessarily take poor care of. That was one of the last games released on the NES. Yeah, I got it as a birthday present. I think when I was like 7. Would love to see this one working. Man, I thought we were going to play TMNT and debunk the difficulty. Nicholas D, that game's hard. That game's hard as hell, actually. But it's not the damn level that's the hard part. It's not that damn. Alright, couple more tries on this. Actually pretty decent for an 8-bit fighter. We had fun with it when I was younger. I do have this on like the Turtles Cowabunga collection on Switch, so if I do want to play this game and I can't get this cartridge to work. Isopropyl alcohol in a cotton swab. Yep. Listen, you're talking to a guy, Big Eye. Big Eyes. You're talking to a guy who just said that he had this cartridge when he was 7. That's at least 30 years ago. I mean, look at me. Ooh, that's a good sign. Yeah, Nicholas D, so that game is hard. The original Ninja Turtles, actually a very difficult game. But all the people who complain about the difficulty, or, sorry, let me take that back. Most of the people who complain about the difficulty of that game complain about the damn level, and it's like, that's probably the 4th hardest level in a game with 6 levels. Wait, let me reset this. What year is this? 1993? Yeah, that's pretty late for an NES game. I'm using the wrong account. Hold on. Yo, Big Eyes. Are you sure? Looks like a good account to me. Konami. Manhattan, present day. The music in this game is actually really good. The Turtles receive a strange letter. Nighthawk says, disregard the Big Eyes account. I will. Welcome. I offer you Turtles a challenge. Let us meet in the streets of Manhattan. And we'll fight in the streets like we're a bunch of street combatants. Grimburn. That stupid jump in the sewer was my bane in TMNT. Yeah, so apparently you just have to light tap on that one jump, Grimburn, but I know what you're talking about. Amazing intro here. Kind of weird that they don't use their weapons in this game. Yo, Casey Jones in this game. Just recently bought my copy of TMNT Tournament Fighters for the SNES. Yo, I love that you said Tint. Because Nighthawk, my cat's name is Tiny Cat. And like a long time ago, somebody made a typo in the chat and said Tint Cat instead of Tiny Cat. And ever since then, we've been calling him Tint Cat and Tim Car. And Tin Can. Alright, let's play this game. Let's do versus a CPU here. Do you have a soldering iron? If you resolder the old solder, it's like breathing fresh life into the game. I don't. Actually, I have a friend who's got one. Alright, who am I playing as, everybody? This character's name is not just Hot, it's Hothead, and I guess he's from the comics, I don't know. Shred? They abbreviated the names. You can see this. You see this. Can you even choose a bad guy? Yes, you can be Shredder. Done, says Sirefly. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna random my opponent here. Raph. Best character in the game. Should I go to waterfront, downtown, pirate ship, or sewer? Oh, and I can choose my strength? Ship! You got it, Nicholas D. Yo, what a badass intro music. I think about that like once a week. Alright, A is kick. Oh yeah, and Raphael can just like run up and bite you. I honestly think that's one of the best moves in the game. Against the CPU, anyway. Oh, I got bopped there. Oh my gosh, and the life bars are red and green. Yeah, I kind of remember not being able to see the life bar colors. And this thing that like a random Shredder drone dropped is the fireball. Kind of love this concept for a video game that like you can pick up an item and you can, I think you quarter circle forward it. Like you basically do a Hadouken input to throw it. But this is Don's one special move. Is this weird flip kick that he does? It's basically the same input as a flash kick. Hold down, then hit up A. You got Casey Jones, Hot, and Shred. That's right, Misha. By the way, I love your shorts on your channel. The sunglass switching is a clever touch. Hey, thank you so much. Nighthawk. Appreciate you. Pink Penguin, how are you? On to that victory dance. Uh-huh. Can I throw? Yes, I can. Nobody has any, like two-frame inputs, or two-frame attacks. Let's throw that thing at him. I love that he goes all shiny. That guy just, like, refuses to block. I think Michelangelo does the same dance. Points. Played Tournament Fighters for SNES. Never got it for the NES. Now, I want to say... Oops, how do I go back? So, there's like a mechanic in this game where you cannot have Hothead versus Hothead. There's no way to do that. But the game doesn't want you to do that anyway. I think the instruction manual says that it's quote-unquote too gruesome to see two Hotheads fighting each other. I think the reason they don't let you do that is because there's too much flickering in the game. But I'm pretty sure there is a way to actually do Hothead versus Hothead. If you choose him as a CPU character, and then you choose to rematch afterwards. Vina Seth, what's going on? KJ, you're the only YouTube live I ever watch. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you so much. Who is hot? Yeah, Darth Nerd, so that's Hothead. I don't... Oh, I still remember how to do the special moves here. Yeah, Casey Jones has 2 special moves. I think he also has a flash kick. I didn't block that? I'm messing up my inputs here, but I'm pretty sure he can use his hockey stick. That guy's barfing fire on me. Yeah, you can block his flamey flames there. And I love that he just chucks that ball. SGR, what's going on? This game goes for like $300, says Hugo A. What if I have it loose? Not in box. No manual. Yeah, I can throw a tornado at this guy, which, like, will stun them if it works. Oh, but he broke out of the stun before I could get to him. Yeah, usually you get a free throw. Like it's the NBA. But I messed it up somehow. Why can't I throw this guy? Anyway, I got knocked out. SGR, what's going on? That is a huge sprite, says Sasquatch Jim. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the reason the game doesn't normally allow you to do hothead versus hothead. But I think if you have a CPU, if you lose to a CPU hothead, or beta, I guess it doesn't matter, then you choose hothead. After choosing a rematch, then the cursor will automatically be placed under hothead, so you actually can do hothead versus hothead. So that's like one workaround in order to do this character's mirror match. You normally cannot do this. But if you play against him, then lose, then choose to rematch, then choose hothead, you actually can do the mirror match. And I see why they did not allow this. Like, they didn't want you to do this, because look how flickery it is. So they fixed that in the Cowabunga collection, which I actually appreciate. But quarter circle forward A is his fire move here, and it goes directly down in front of him. He cannot do that straight forward, apparently. God, and he's got such small range for like a literal dragon. You have to double block that fireball though. Oops. I'm trying to pick up that ball. That sound effect, by the way, means that the time is running low. That move seems really good for anti-air. I loved Casey Jones as a kid. Same, Misha plays. Hothead, more like hot foot. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget, everybody, he's great. Yeah, so apparently this game is really expensive. Honestly, kind of ambitious game for the NES. I agree, Nicholas D. Soundtrack is awesome, too. He reminds me of the boss in MK2. I think the dude with horse legs and a big club. Sasquatch Jim, you're thinking of Idol from Killer Instinct. Yeah, that guy will anti-air you all day. I set him on fire. So much stun on this flamey flame. Oh, you can dash, I'm realizing now. What was that belly flop move? I did it myself. Yeah, this looks pretty good for a NES game, apart from the double hothead glitching. Yeah, Misha plays games? Kinda does. Option? Let's see the options. Sound test, please. Yeah, let's go. Oh, and you can set it to turbo speed. That sounds like Mortal Kombat. Turbo and turbulence are related words. Are they, L6? Not too many sound effects there. And you can increase the timer if you want. Dang, that was on normal difficulty. All right, let's see. Let's just see what turbo looks like. Obviously, I'm going to play against Shred. And we're going to the sewers. He's posing. Look at him cheesing for that picture. Oh my god, I remember the input. I immediately got punished. For the kangaroo kick, everybody. Ooh, that uppercut has a ton of recovery on it. That did a lot of damage. I believe turbo came from taking the exhaust from an engine and recapturing it to power the engine further. The turbid air became turbo. I never heard of that before. Yeah, so Michelangelo's two special moves are his kangaroo kick, just like they are in Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. Yo, Sears with the cool $2 saying, I chair poker night. It's like payday. Hey, appreciate you. Everyone put the chairs in the chat for Sears. We got 8 tricep presses to go. I should do those. But there are two different versions. There's one that goes high and there's one that goes lower. Oh, I punished him at 69 seconds. Oh, he just blocked. Okay, and you can do a dash attack there. That's how you get in to punish that ground fireball that he's doing. Hey, Sears, thank you so much for the chair. That move is called the explosion punch, by the way, that Shredder is doing. And the way to do that is just to mash the punch button. Oh, we traded there. Ooh, I got slammed. Dang, I got shredded, y'all. Speaking of getting shredded, let's do these 8 tricep presses. And then we'll play a different game. Alright, ready like shreddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 extra, why not? Tiny Cat, you're doing great. Alright, what's the next game? Oh, you won't guess this one. Super Dodgeball. I might play that. I have that on the Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler bundle on the Nintendo Switch. Urban Champion is the original Street Fighter. L6? So Sean R. got me this game called Metal Max. This is a repro cart, obviously, of a Japanese Famicom game. But man, is it cool. And someday I'm going to stream this. But I just want to show you this for like 2 minutes. And as I was playing, I discovered a glitch that lets you like redo a cutscene after a character from the cutscene blows up or something. KJ, when you say our names like that, how should we interpret that? What do you mean, L6? Like what? Selvala, how are you? Oh. I have a save file. Like, look at how cool this looks. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Bored? I have a towel. Rocket firework. An old coin? Healing capsules? Like, after you read my Urban Champion comment, you just said L6? Yeah. You can't bring vehicles inside our town. That's how we keep violent thugs from messing everything up. By not bringing vehicles in the town? Sears? It is. I could have sworn at one point I had a tank. Killer amoeba draws near. Alright, let's attack with shotgun. Lemon attacked. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, Ghost, so this is a game called Metal Max. And my friend Sean R. got me a repro cart of this game, which was a Famicom RPG. I don't know much about it, other than it's got an awesome soundtrack. That actually sounds like Dragon Quest II. In fact, a lot of this sounds like Dragon Quest II. Looks like someone got the tank already. Well, there go my hopes and dreams. But, like, this looks like a cool game that I should look into, you know? Biosnail draws near. Text kind of reminds me of Iron Tank a bit. Misha Plays, what's that? DQ reskin, yeah, for sure. It's a Data East game, though. So I think at one point I, like, kind of knew what I was doing with this game. Like, what's this? This is what they used to call a transfer center a long time ago. Apparently, you could go in here and reach faraway places in an instant. Oh, like teleporting. Sounds pretty far-fetched if you ask me. I'm already giving them voices, everybody. Bah. Dr. Mortem. I'm Dr. Mortem, genius scientist extraordinaire. So, got any business with me? Show corpse. A corpse? For me? I mean, not that that's exciting to me specifically. What are you waiting for? Let me see it. Oh. Bah, this is no corpse. It's still breathing. Don't you have an... Okay, this guy, like, heals you, I guess? I don't know. Sears. I've never played Lil Ninja Bros, but I know that Mega Harv is a big old fan. Ooh, a bar. This is an awesome soundtrack. Reminds me of the beginning of Shadowrun. Yeah, uh-huh. Huh? What should your goal be? You have to decide that for yourself, pal. That's what bars are like, by the way. When you turn 21, everyone's like that at bars. His tank is crimson, like the blood he thirsts for. The lone bounty hunter, admired and feared by all of his peers. He is the Red Wolf. Yo, everyone put a wolf in the chat. Anyway, this game seems neat and cool, and I'll play it sometime. I don't know. Alright, what game is next? We've got 3 left to test. That's a good sign. Panic Restaurant. Nicholas D, how did you know? Nah, it's not that. Super Punch Out, says Sears. Okay, this is a bad sign if the AVS isn't even loading properly. What's the deal with all this game testing? Get a new setup? Calcifer says, little late, isn't it, Dad? I don't know. What time is it? Yeah, kinda. What are you doing up? Yeah, so, Ping Penguin, I just wanted to try out my actual NES cartridges. Maybe this one's not going to work, everybody. True story, a snotty neighbor borrowed my Super SNES system, and it came back with corroded contacts. I knew from chemistry that would have only occurred if they threw it in their pool. L6. That sounds insane. What did you do? Procrastinating sleep before work. Calcifer? I'm doing one of those things. Shoutouts to Miyazaki, Howl's Moving Castle. That was Billy Crystal who did the voice of Calcifer. Ooh, wait. We got it working. All right. Made them pay for it, then we took the money and bought a PS1. Amazing. This game has voices too. No? It doesn't say Cowabunga? Oh no, that's the next game. Alright everybody, who we picking? If you say Leonardo, you are banned. JK. Konami code. Wait, yeah, Sears, there's something you can do in this game. Leo Mike Don. I saw the movie after I made my username, actually. It's based off my first D&D wizard. Hell yeah. I just started a D&D character who was a Bravo called Feelings. Alright, Michelangelo was the first to get 3 votes, as a matter of fact. Why aren't you playing 2-player? Darth Nerd, because everyone else is asleep. Fire! Let's jump to that building! Fire! We gotta get April out! Hey, yeah, I think you get 2 different attacks in this game. Oh yeah, and there's a semi-weird mechanic where if you hit an enemy, like a foot soldier, for example, you gotta wait. They'll have frames of invincibility, so you can't hit them immediately again. For like probably a good 1.5 seconds is what it looks like. But they don't flicker when they have frames of invincibility. So there's no visual indicator that they're still invincible. But the game does have this move, where if you hit A, then immediately hit B. You hit A to jump, then immediately hit B. You do a big ol' swing with your weapon, and it deals 2 damage. This game is not as good as the next one, as the 3rd one. But you can jump kick. 2 controllers, 2 hands. You got the skill. Yeah, but you assume I have 2 controllers. I do. You're right, Darth Nerd. Yeah, and like my apartment building has advertisements for Pizza Hut, and this is just one of the many reasons why I never take the stairs. It's just a big old balls falling down them. Those are the emergency, fire extinguishing balls. Can you touch the fire? You can get pretty darn close to it. Yeah, I'll for sure play this 2-player if I get a volunteer. Jay Montagna. They're about to announce Game of the Year. It's gonna be Expedition 33. Who's they? Do people I'm asking this genuinely. I'm not trying to mock anyone. Do people care about, like, those awards, like Game of the Year? I volunteer as tribute, says Nicholas D. Nicholas D, and you know it's gotta be a pizza stream. I hate to break it to you, but we're gonna have to have pizza. Game Awards are on tonight, apparently. I have never had any interest in those, Darth Nerd. Maybe I should, I don't know. Coding a game. Coding a good game is its own reward. L6? So is money. Pizza, that will ruin my hourglass figure. Nicholas D? Most hourglasses have sand in them, which is not as good as pizza. Oh, is that why he's called Glass Joe? Because he's got such a nice hourglass figure? Bro, don't use the elevator in case of a fire. Use the stairs that have giant bowling balls rolling down them. Okay, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the elevator is a better call. Let's hit this maintenance panel. Yo, who knows the name of this enemy? I'll add 5 to the to-go counter if you know it. Someone's gotta know it. Tiny Cat? Oh, he's in front of the screen and it's hard mode now. Mouser, says Sears. Close. That's a different crazy robot. Grimburn got it. Roadkill Rodney is the name of this enemy. You only know that because you are cool. So that's cheating. Pew! The little laser is adorable. So is Tiny Cat in front of the monitor? Okay, he moved. I can finally see now. I have 69 points. That hit me? I felt like I was dodging the laser. And that whip can electrocute you. El Sol de Lo, says Mouser. Yo, El Sol de Lo. Is that the Fortitude rune word from Diablo 2? I just made myself my first call to arms today. If that's not a reference, then this doesn't make any sense to you, probably. Yo, that's my friend, April O'Neil. So I think the way to cheese a lot of these bosses is to jump high and hope they don't shoot you. I have 69 points. But then when you come down with the jump kick, you want to kick him in the shins and then immediately jump away. And it works. And this tactic will actually, usually if you're doing it right, put you in a position to jump away from the jump kick, but also not get shot by the anti-air fire. So you jump high, then like at the end of the jump, kick him in the legs. Well, I traded hits there. But it's a fairly safe way to kill bosses in this game. Zach Wise, hey handsome, hey. How are you? Come on, after that Shredder creep. Shredder creep. Already knew her creep. He hit me with a manhole cover. And like, out of context, manhole is such a weird word, don't you think? Also, if you fall into this sewer, he's like, who put out the lights? And it damages you. Which is weird because like, all he's doing is going back home. He lives down there. That shouldn't hurt. Unless there's some sort of trauma associated with being home. This cave is creepy. Yeah, that's what they say in the Super Nintendo game, right? My manhole comes with a cover. Sears? I know it does. I'm surprised the carbon monoxide poisoning didn't KO her first. Schwartz? That building had only been on fire for like 2 minutes. El Sol de Lo. Yeah, that's the Fortitude rune word in Diablo 2. Fantastic piece of armor. You can also put it in a weapon, and I don't know if that's worth doing. But let's do 5 tricep presses because Grimburn got the question right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, everybody. We got 2 more games to test. Name the code, says William Scavengerfish. I will. I call it the KarmaJolt code. Did you play Shredder's Revenge? Yeah, they brought back the OG voice actors for it. Yes. That was a fantastic game. I even completed some of the really tough challenges for it that were like, beat this entire level without getting hit. All right, next game. Hold reset while turning the power off. All right, everybody. I'm pretty sure this one works, so this shouldn't take me too long. That doesn't look good. You really gotta smush that thing in there to get it in this machine. Burger time? Sears? Close. You get one more guess. Yeah, William Scavenger, that was Turtles 2. Whoa! Let's try to get rid of the rain on the screen. That's what my brothers always called it. DC, I have multiple copies of this game, so like maybe this one doesn't work as well as the other one, but I know I at least have one that works just fine. Yo, root beer tapper? Sears, my arcade, or my local bar is like a barcade that has Tapper. That's one of my favorite games. It's one of my favorite old classic arcade games. Dude, I'm playing Dragon Warrior 2 for GBC. Zach Wise, we were just playing Dragon Warrior 2. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. William, if we were playing a Konami game, I would try it right now. All right, let's let's continue a quest. Let's choose beer. It's probably Beer Cat, I think is what I named this character. We need 712 points of experience. Oh, Beer Fist. Take care and tempt not the fates. We're level 13. What do we have, Rabiel? I was right. Expedition 33-1. Jay Montagna? I've heard great things about it. Ooh, look at this. We got the Fighter's Ring, the Staff of Rain, Stones of Sunlight, Dragon Scale, Fairy Flute, some keys, some herbs. Baby, we got a stew going. What equipment do I have? Broadsword, Magic Armor, Large Shield. Alright. Beer Fist is the most important meal of the day. Oh my god, L6. L6? Let's go fight some slimes and stuff. BA is TMNT 2, whereas TMNT 3 is AB start. Yeah! You're right, William. Yeah, one of them had it backwards for some reason. Ghost draws near. Dead. And I love when you're going over the mountains in this game. It kind of stutters as you walk. What does it mean when you say my name like that? Is it good, bad, neutral? Worst option? L6? Alright, let's go through the tunnel down here. Karma? Says Nicholas D. You're supposed to use a torch or the radiant spell so you can see in the dungeons like this, but look, you just go down until you hit a wall. You hit the Scorp. You BBQ the Scorp. Then you go right till you hit a wall. Down till you hit a wall. Right till you hit a wall. Down till you hit a wall. Then left. There's the stairs. There's a command for the stairs. You have to tell the dude to take the stairs. I get it. I get it, dude. I don't want to take the stairs if I can avoid it. Scorpion inspection. I'll let you something my something. Sears? I know you would. Better that than telling the stairs to take the dude. Nicholas, dude, that's a good point. Ooh, here's an enemy that I didn't one-shot. Everyone put the wolves in the chat. I think you have to go this way if you want to get to Rimmildar. Take that, Metal Scorp. Thou hast done well, smashing the very small creature with your giant effing sword. Larry Maloney Jr.? That was a good joke. Thank you for the foxes and wolves. I should stream through this game again, too, at some point. Alright, last game of the night, and it's gonna disappoint you. Still know how to pronounce my name. I'm impressed. Larry Maloney Jr. Yeah, no, I remember the first time you showed up to my stream. I nailed it, apparently. And you were like, whoa, people usually get that wrong. And I was like, alright, I have to go back to the stream footage to see how I pronounced it to make sure that I'm doing it right. To remember how I did it the first time. No, I'm kidding. I remembered how I said it. I sounded it out in my head. Like I was reading or something, Eric Jank. Dang it. Atlanta Fumble, says DC. What made you say that combination of words? Maybe this one won't work. Actually, I got this to work. I played it with Kira H like a little bit, kind of, recently. Yeah, let's go, baby! If you guessed what is Jeopardy, then that is the correct response. Yeah, okay. I couldn't fit Schmoopy, so we're going with Schmoop. Let's do the dumbest looking one. It's probably this guy. Oh, we're up against Drew and Joan. Unbelievably bad RNG here. World Cities, Oscars Law, Child Classic? I don't know about that. Fads and Fishy Foods. I'll take World Cities for 100, please. It was the first Canadian city to have a Major League Baseball team. Oh, you have to hit up to buzz in. Well, it's either Toronto or Montreal. What are we going with? Toronto, probably? What is tornado, says Sears. Damn, it was Montreal, huh? That team doesn't exist anymore. The Montreal Expos. I can no longer buzz in. Oh yeah, I forgot the computer will sometimes, like, give you a hint by purposely giving the wrong answer, but they'll get a couple of the letters right. What is a manhole for 69,000? What is Montreal? Montreal. Well, I still have control of the board. Did she just throw? Yeah, until 1967, Jordan controlled this half of this Mideastern capital. I didn't read it in time. I don't think I would have gotten there. Well done, Drew. Wow, he gloating. Yugoslavia's capital, Belgrade, is also on this river, most commonly associated with Vienna. Wouldn't have gotten that one either. Crazy documentary about the Expos on Netflix. Is it Rio? Brasilia. Thank you, L6. The Hague? Oh, Nuremberg trials. Right. Damn, I'm getting whooped here. Child classic for 200. It's talking about Robin Hood, right? Is that 2 words? Oh, you can't hit start? Hey, we got one, everybody. Robe on Hood. Robe on Hood. Let's go with, oh, this is gonna be very difficult. Let's go with fishy foods for 100. 3 types of this popular food fish are the skipjack, bluefin, and yellowtail. That's gotta be tuna, right? What is the tuna? Hey, schmoop. Arr. Why is he so angry about that? Let's go with fishy foods for 200. Fish from which lox is made. Is that a salmon thing? She buzzed in to be like, oh. Sam and Max hit the road. It threw me off that it had symbols in the question. Preserved whole in oil, pilchards are better known by this name. It's gotta be sardines, right? What are sardines? Sardines nuts. This is the best game so far. This is the best game of the night. All right, let's try Oscars for 100. This Oscar stands on top of a reel of film. Best picture? I don't know. What is it even asking? Editing, says L6. Ooh, I can't hit B to back up. Try best picture? We got time. Let's do best editing. You lose $100. Okay, no big deal. Korgoth. Yeah, playing Jeopardy on NES. The Academy Award. Okay. This is gonna be a tough category. Actually, let's go with... Oh. Felix Unger's slovenly roommate. What the hell, dude? Thought I was here for that, for the Best Vibes Award. Oscar. Okay, 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 okay. Can you say that word? Who is trademark for Oscar Mayer hot dogs? Is it Chef Boyardee? Keep in mind this game is from like 1991, so the questions are older than that. Individualized dolls that must be adopted as well as purchased. What? Cabbage Patch Kids? Ah. Yeah, being able to read fast is a huge advantage here. Wrote The Ballad of Reading Jail. Reading Jail in 1898 while imprisoned on something charges. Oscar Wilde. I think I would have gotten that because that's the only Oscar I can think of, aside from Oscar Gamble. You'll find his signature on clothes, perfume, and frames for glasses. Oscar de la Renta? I only know this because, like, at one point in my life, I wrote for a women's fashion blog. That's what I did professionally for a while. I got into the shoe scene. All right, this one's gonna be weird. I feel like a defamatory statement. It's the written counterpart to a slanderous utterance. Yeah, that's libel. Okay, okay, okay. What is libel? What is libel goes west? Easy money, everybody. Now you're in the sunglasses scene. Paul Newman played a down-at-the-heels lawyer in this 1983 film. Cool Hand Luke. What is the verdict? Yeah, I don't know that one. Remember the movie Oscar with Sylvester Stallone? I don't. The person named in a will to carry out its terms. Molly M would know this. I don't even know it after getting a hint there. Executor? No, that's the guy who kills you. This constitutional amendment guarantees the right to bear arms. Easy money. What is the second? Does it want me to say Second Amendment, you think? Fictional name used as a standard plaintiff in a court case. Hey. Yo, Dagger with the cool $5 saying good night, everyone. Hey, thank you so much. Everyone put a dagger in the chat. Appreciate you. We got 10 reps to go. I didn't even know you were here. All right, let's go with fads, I think. Kids everywhere begin to speak like these after Moon Zappa's hit song satirized their speech. Egyptians? Valley Girl, says L6. I'm thinking walk like an Egyptian, huh? What are Valley Girls? I didn't know what any of those words were. So thank you. Ooh, baby. Let's make it a true daily double. An energetic form of musical exhibition made popular on big city streets. That's so vague. Yeah, let's try breakdance. It probably wants breakdancing. Let's make it a gerund. Oh, we doubled our money, everybody. We're crushing now. Chubby Checker made this dance popular with his 1959 hit. I'm thinking it's the twist. Grimburn and Sears and L6 agree. Take that, Drew and Joan. 60s menswear fashion, which took its name from Indian Prime Minister. Props to you if you get this. A Nehru jacket? Didn't know that. Fishy foods for 400. In England, they're prepared as kippers. It's obviously mahi-mahi. Is that supposed to be herring? Let's try it. It looked like it ended with an ing. Yeah, there we go. Fish are the major diet of animals on this continent. It's gotta be it, right? It's gotta be Antarctica. Alright, let's do Child Classic for 100. The Toy Bear Hero of Children's Stories by A.A. Milne. That's Winnie the Pooh, right? Should I put Winnie the Pooh and see what happens? Who is Winnie the Pooh? Yeah! What a bastard. Sit down, dude. He sleeps through the Revolutionary War. Oh, that's Rip Van Winkle, is it not? For some reason, the bowling alley near where Molly M lived was called Rip Van Winkle Lanes, and we'd go there all the time. Rip Canned Fish. Yeah, Rip Tint Cat. Gotta head to bed. Good night. Yo, Calcifer, thanks for dropping by. I'll see you soon. J.R. Wyss related the adventures of a European clergyman, his wife, and 4 sons on an island. Oh, Robinson Crusoe? Oh, the Swiss Family Robinson. I had the wrong Robinson. Would have gotten there in a minute. Edward Stratemeyer's series featured this boy inventor's hair-raising adventures. I've never heard of Tom Swift. Alright, look, we pretty much won. I know there's another round of Jeopardy here. Wait, words as a category? Alright, we're doing it. Shoot, I don't have control of the board. Its blue and white flag bears the Star of David. We don't have to talk about him. Words for 200. We have 6,900. We have to double it. Able to use both hands with equal skill. Oh my god, they gave me an easy one. If you can spell it. What is ambidextrous? Ambidextrous. Boom! Oh my god, we just doubled our $6,900. Alright, last question, everybody, and then I'm going to frickin' bed. These MTV staples owe their name to the Latin verb meaning I see. Videos. I never knew that. Immobile, speedy, or abstinence from food. I like that. Gotta go fast. Alright, we'll finish out the category. This Earl gave his name to knitted front button sweaters. It wouldn't be a cardigan, would it? That's a total guess. What's another word for a knitted front buttoning sweater? I feel like this is an okay guess. That was it. This word for personal magnetism literally means a gift from God. I'm just gonna buzz in and think about it. For personal magnetism, not gravity. Charisma? That's a decent guess. Well done, Nicholas D. and William Scavenger Fish. Cool. All right, everybody. Let's do these 10 tricep presses. And then I'm going to go to bed. Aura farming. Yes, that's it, Sears. All right. We're doing 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no way we're doing the category Bob Hope or 50s TV. This was fun, says Chen Ben. Hey, thanks for showing up. Julie Squirrel. Hi, bye, I guess. Yeah, no, you caught me right at the end. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching me play a whole bunch of my NES games. We'll do more of this around Christmas time. But until then, I gotta go to bed. I might even get a snack first. This is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great. Hope to see you soon. Good night, Karma. Grimburn, you too.